great inventions are always found on the verge of failure. Even Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before successfully inventing the famous light bulb. Experiments and inventions have been a vital part of human evolution. We have come a long way from inventing the wheel in the Stone Age to creating electric cars. Inventions have not always paved the way forward. Sometimes, they cause significant loss to us. Hello guys, welcome to Detory. In today's video, we'll share some of the scientific inventions that backfired and caused millions of dollars in damage. This video will teach you about great innovations, flop inventors, and historical inventions. The electrical bulb might be the reason for Thomas Edison's fame. But this doesn't mean that all of his inventions were successful. Some were a complete disaster. The electrical pen was created by Thomas Edison, one of those inventions which backfired and was unsuccessful. Edison invented the electric pen to find a practical solution to the issue of efficiently creating duplicates of the same document. The tool made tiny holes in the paper with the help of a battery and a little motor, creating a wax paper stencil of a page, so you could roll ink over it to make duplicates. The pens were regrettably not user-friendly, and it also has a $50 price tag, which was high for most people to afford. The battery required frequent maintenance, and these pens made a lot of noise due to wear and tear. The biggest problem was that these electrical pens were not portable and was very heavy. Finally, after discovering that his invention could not stand a chance in the commercial market due to its drawbacks, Edison decided to abandon this project. Let's move on to a more exciting invention. The credit for this invention goes to the chocolate company. The microwave oven is one of the most important inventions in history. It has changed the way we cook food and make our lives easier. But it wasn't always this way. In 1945, Percy Spencer was working on a radar tube when he noticed that his chocolate bar melted in his pocket. He had an idea to use microwaves for cooking food and filed a patent. A year later, he demonstrated the first microwave oven at a trade show in Chicago. It was called Radar Range because it cooked food with microwaves from radar waves. But not everything went according to plan with this invention because people were afraid of being exposed to radiation from the machine and refused to buy them for their homes or restaurants. Radar range microwaves work by emitting electromagnetic waves. These waves have a frequency higher than those of radio waves and lower than those of light waves. The radiation from the radar range microwaves can cause cancer, cataracts, and other medical disorders. The higher the frequency, the more dangerous for humans. Microwaves at 2.4 GHz have increased cancer rates in those who use them for extended periods. We have also seen scientists playing their part in spreading harmful gases in the environment. It is impossible to undo the consequences of this invention, just as you cannot stop a candle from burning. Thomas Midgley Jr. was an American chemical engineer, regarded as the historically most damaging inventor. His creations were so harmful that the world still suffers their effects today. The inventions of Thomas Midgley contributed significantly to global environmental contamination. Leaded gasoline and some of the first chlorofluorocarbons, better known in America by the name Freon, were both developed by him and later outlawed from usage because of their adverse effects on human health and the environment. In the early 20th century, gasoline was causing wear and tear in car engines due to poor quality. As a result, lead gasoline was invented for replacement for car engines. Thomas Midgley knew lead gasoline was toxic, and many of his colleagues died. Still, due to its high profitability and lower production cost, it continued for decades. Lead gasoline is harmful to human organs and the environment. All the lead present in the human body today is caused by lead gasoline and will continue to affect new generations. This invention is as long-lasting as immortal creatures. It is not surprising that many of these inventions did not benefit the creators either. It is important to remember that before the creation of some of these inventions, humankind used them much differently than we do today. The following inventions cost the world in terms of safety, reliability, and functionality. The most prominent example is the well-known company Microsoft, which launched special software and electronic devices. Microsoft was the first in the race to invent the first very touchscreen tablet called the Microsoft Tablet PC in early 2001. Microsoft Tablet PC was introduced to replace personal computers completely and made Tablet PC the first choice instead of desktop and laptop computers. Still, this concept backfired and caused a substantial financial blow to Microsoft, since these tablets tagged a high price of $2,000 with limited resources and capabilities at the time. People didn't see them as investment worthy. On the other hand, Apple introduced their pads with a slick user interface at reasonable prices without the intention of replacing desktops and laptops. However, these failures paved the way for Microsoft's future inventions. Although, we don't expect big names like Microsoft or Google to invent such flops. Most inventions fail because they are either not practical or not feasible. Even the most promising prototypes can be abandoned if the inventor doesn't have the financial backing to take them to market. We have another colossal flop that ate millions of dollars but turned out to be an ultimate disaster. And unfortunately, Google decided to put $500 million on Magic Leap from their pocket. A near miracle would have been required to live up to the hype around Magic Leap after it dazzled so many wealthy, intelligent, and influential individuals. In truth, Magic Leap's original headgear was similar to the current Microsoft HoloLens, with no clear business plan and a less reputable corporation supporting it. Magic Leap has only made 6,000 sales despite having raised $2.6 billion. It took 9 years to develop the headset, and was a failure despite the firm having garnered billions in investment. And now, they are coming again with an innovative idea in 2022. The CEO of Magic Leap doesn't seem to give up any soon. Google had a good intention to give a little push to headgear and move it to the limelight. Still, good intentions are not always the only thing you need to support or launch something new. In the past, Google was not only a lousy investor but also a flawed creator. Google's early attempt into augmented reality was unsuccessful in finding enough partners to influence the dance floor, because it is said it takes two to tango. It's unfortunate since Project Tango has always held much potential. When Tango was introduced in 2014, it pioneered a novel augmented reality method that determined a device's location in space to serve as a framework for visual overlays. Google's strategy was to create the underlying technology and then hand off production of the finished goods to developers and phone manufacturers. However, only two companies, Lenovo and Asus, took Google up on its offer, producing products that utterly fell short of expectations. As a result, Google shut down Tango in 2017 and replaced it with a more conventional augmented reality framework, a R-Core for regular phones. Inventions can be incredibly useful, but they can also fail if they're not adequately executed. Some inventions, like the bicycle, have become staples of modern life. In contrast, others like the electric chair have been abandoned or met with widespread failure. The history of inventions is peppered with failures. Inventions were never actually put into use or replaced by more efficient or practical technologies. In your opinion, what invention has caused the most damage? Comment down your thoughts below. We would love to read them. Thank you for staying with us until the end. We hope you enjoyed the video. To enjoy more such informative content, subscribe to our channel. Also tap the bell icon to get notified when we upload new videos. We will see you next time. Till then, stay tuned.